I'm Ben with the BTC Sessions, and this is your bullish bit brought to you by the BillFodl. Get your seed phrases off of paper and into solid steel so you can have peace of mind around fire damage, water damage, and so much more. This is how I'm backing up my important Bitcoin wallets, and you can grab one today at privacypros.io/BTC Sessions.
So I'll tie the long term into the present. So we kind of just in the past couple years got to a point where more people in the world have smartphones than bank accounts. So basically, banks had like a multi-century head start, and then given a couple decades, depending on exactly where you want to measure it from, smartphones just came up exponentially and eclipsed the number of people that have bank accounts. And that's partially just just technology, Moore's law, gets exponentially cheaper over time up to a point. But it's also because every jurisdiction has to essentially recreate the technology of banking, right? And so individual jurisdictions can mess it up either through corruption and other reasons like that, right? Or just colonialism, like they're pressured from outside sources that messes it up. They're not able to kind of bootstrap it. There's all sorts of reasons. Whereas with technology, if you solve something once, you can then spread it to the world, right? And so it's like once people get past like the current education problem, the fiat onboarding problem, right? There's these different types of bottlenecks. If you get to a point, going back to your question about the future, if more and more people are on like a shared protocol, a shared standard, and if that whole vision is successful, basically they're not having to recreate the wheel every time in 180 different jurisdictions. You basically have this like global form of communication of value, and then going back to what Breedlove said, basically you have people can organize around energy. People are more mobile. People are harder to censor. People are all sorts of things like that, and you can also redeploy these technologies into we're seeing like peer-to-peer speech, right? So different types of encrypted peer-to-peer applications that make it hard to clamp down on spreading information as long as they have some sort of access to the internet. So I think that's one way to think about it, is just that it's essentially using technology to solve a problem that banks just given centuries have only been able to solve really for the developed world. And even then, I mean, as you know, even in developed world, there's still censorship, there's still inflation, there's still all sorts of problems like that.